So anyway, you've been busy as hell.
Been busy besides taking shits. Yeah, it seems like things are kind of bubbling up as far as like,
No pun intended. For the
I
bubble
didn't
guts
even
out
put
there.
that together. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
We got a
yeah,
theme
just
today.
we do. I know what we're gonna call this podcast. Talking shit. I don't know. But yeah, just projects kind of popping up besides my own stuff. People hitting me up for photo and video stuff. And even some I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to say like mentoring, but like just sometimes I get phone calls from people like friends, about
Right.
like more business related things, and there's that, and I see shows kind of popping up. Um, so it just seems like people are really wanting to come out of like the Corona thing.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that exactly, but it's leading to I think that's what's leading to and that, and probably like we're coming up on summertime, you
Right.
know. So yeah, just I've been getting hit up by a lot of like creative people, and this last week has been video stuff, shooting a music video for a friend. Damn, what was that, 2 days ago? Thursday? Shit. I don't even fucking know, dude.
Wow.
He booked a studio session, and I went to the studio and recorded a music video essentially of him in the studio. So that's cool. Anytime going to like a legit recording studio is always a fun time, you know.
Right.
The vibes in those places are just lovely. But that's kind of been the big one. I'm almost done editing that. What else? Yeah, and things like that just kind of lead to well, whenever that gets released, it'll probably happen again. But in the last like month or so, I've filmed some other things, and then when those things get released, it inevitably leads to like other people hitting me up, So
Right.
I'm
Right.
trying to I'm just kind of mentally preparing myself for more of that. But it comes and goes in waves. We've talked about this many times. So yeah, I'm just kind of riding that wave for
I
now
got you.
anyway.
That's great. Is it you find it is it hampering your you getting your own stuff done, or do you know how to balance that? Or you having to
I'm in a good spot right now as far as that. In
because
the
you just
past,
released that?
yeah, I've got that track I released, and then the full EP coming up. I got a bunch of social media stuff lined up, like months worth. I've actually haven't had time to post that on the regular schedule that I've been wanting to. So there's that. But as far as like impeding on my plan, it's not doing that. In the past, it definitely would have, but I'm a little more prepared at this point.
I
You know
got
what I
you.
mean? And also kind of trying not to just scheduling things to where that won't happen, hopefully. But
Now,
yeah.
how do you how do you vouch for people? Or how do you weed out the
Mm,
bullshitters from
mm.
the people that are like seriously trying to get shit done? Or once you put your price, that pretty much lets them know they need to be serious.
Yeah, you just answered it really.
Okay.
In the beginning, it's a weird thing because like at some point I really wanted to do these side things a lot more, and now I got my own thing going on, and I mean it's cool to have the skills and all that, but it's not a priority as much as it used to be.
Mhm.
So once I set myself, my own projects as a priority, um, it kind of helps with certain things. Like you can, man, I'm kind of beating around the bush on that answer. I'm trying to figure out how to.
Yeah.
There's so
No,
many
yeah.
pieces of it, but like you can see who hits you up, and you can without even responding, you can just go look and see what they've been doing. You can
I
see
got
what
you.
level they're at. Uh,
That's a good tactic.
yeah, in the beginning, I wouldn't really give a shit if there's money involved. Like, oh, you want to, you want to do a photo shoot, and you got the budget to do that. Like, yeah, it's not a big deal. That's a lot easier than working with someone on a video, but it depends on the person. It depends on like the project, and that helps you kind of set a budget and what you think you're worth. Um, and also like, do I know this person or not? You
Right.
know,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if you don't know the person, it's tough. You have to do things like kind of look and see what they've been up to.
or overcharge them.
I would, yeah, that is a tactic.
That's a good
Um,
gauge. That's a good gauge. I mean, that's a good way to gauge somebody's seriousness, though. It's not.
yeah,
I'm not saying like you're
yeah, yeah,
trying to screw them.
right.
I'm just saying you probably have a rate for close friends,
Hmm.
a rate for acquaintances, and then you probably got for people you don't know, it's probably going to be a little higher because you don't know
Right,
if they're serious or if they got their shit together, or when they tell you to be there at 10:30 and they show up at 11.
right.
You're just sitting
Oh,
around. So
oh, yeah. You got to prepare for all that because it will happen. Um, yeah. The I would always try to charge someone based on everything we just talked about, like um, a a price. No, I wouldn't say like, yeah, like a fair price that I feel like is worth what I can bring to the table. The raising the price thing comes with like, um, if they're a pain in the ass or not.
right,
That's a thing. That's a an 80/20 type of thing.
right,
For anyone that doesn't know that, it's like I think I first heard about that with Tim Ferriss, but that's not where it originated. But let's say like uh
the 80
you
20 rule.
yeah, you wear 20% of the clothes in your closet most of the time, so
Right,
get rid of that 80%, clear up that space, and you can apply that to all kinds of things in life.
right,
Um and when it comes to like clients and stuff, this is just like a generalization, but um on average, like 20% of your clients bring in 80% of your profits,
right,
right? So the 80% brings in 20% of your profits. So it's all about like kind of narrowing down that 80% and trying to get more of those 20% type of
right.
people. Um,
20% of your customers buy your stuff consistently.
yeah,
80% don't. So you got to focus on the 20%,
yeah,
making sure they're happy,
yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
I
And
got you.
what was the other part of that? Was the 80%, if they're like, I just say a pain in the ass as like an example of like a reason, but if the 80% is like lower, they're bringing in less, or maybe that 80% is a pain in the ass, or maybe you got just that one person that's a pain in the ass, you raise the price on them, and either you get paid more for dealing with that being a pain in the ass, or they find somewhere else to go, and now you no longer have that pain in the ass to deal with. So
Right,
that's just one little tactic to kind of think about
right.
when you're
And
doing stuff like this.
what's the trip about that is a lot of people don't realize their attitude affects so many different things. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? Just by being a pain in the ass or an asshole to work with, it's
Hmm.
going to cost you money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for real.
In a lot of different ways, especially if you're trying to collaborate with people or hire somebody to kind of create something for you.
Hmm.
If you're difficult, then they're gonna I know that I would add that into the fee just to see if okay, all right, well at least he's serious about this. He's just an asshole. So if he's willing to take this price and roll with it, then I'll do it.
Yeah,
No problem. I'll deal with him being an asshole.
right.
Anyway.
Yeah, before I would just deal with it. Like I didn't know that little tactic. So I just be like,
Right.
fuck, you know,
Yeah.
wish I could how do I bring this up with this person, or how
Yeah.
do I get out of this situation? Like there's been situations where I'm like,
That's
fuck,
where that's where me and you differ. That's
I
where
know
me
you
and
would just straight up be like,
I'm able to have that conversation with them, and get them to see like, hey, dude,
yeah,
it's gonna be rough.
yeah.
Why? Because you're an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, I can have that conversation now, but it wouldn't be coming out like that.
It's got to come out like that.
Nah.
Time is money, dude.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and say it with a smile on your face so that they're laughing too. That's how you
Right.
got to do it. Really, I am. Yeah, how? And you give them the examples.
And then you charge. See, I'd be like, now I gotta charge this guy a fucking consultation fee because I'm sitting here telling him how to.
It's just real quick, just 3 or 4 examples. You remember when you did this? You remember when you said you were going to meet at 10:30 and we got here at 11:15? That's
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. So it's going to cost you a little more money. So because you don't have your shit together. It's no big deal. You can
I
go
would
with
just leave
somebody
him in
else.
the dark. I'll just leave him in the dark.
You'd be
Nope.
all stressed out, eating your oatmeal. Like, damn, I got to deal with this guy. What am I gonna do?
That's definitely
no way to
the
live your
old
life.
that's definitely the old me
Oh,
stressing
I
out about
know.
bullshit.
Oh, I know. It's not you anymore.
That's right. Fuck you, pay me now.